Several weeks ago, our podcast dealt with the question, do we have free speech? And at that time, I answered yes, but I didn't feel that it was very secure. Bringing up the question again 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm looking at it differently. Do we have free speech? I would say, for me, it's somewhere between it doesn't feel like it and no. I hate to go all the way to no, but definitely it doesn't feel like it. I think that amongst the media, amongst the politicians, amongst other people in other walks of life, they are not saying it's not saying strongly enough what many of us are feeling. And that is that Trump is now destroying our Democratic Republic, rather. It's not a question of, is he going to do it? I hope he doesn't do it. I honestly feel that it's in the process now of being destroyed. And it's been in the process for 9 months and even going back further, considering the 2025 project, that's where it began, I think, at least the way I see it. No one is saying strongly enough that this is happening. And it's happening now. And to me, one of the perfect examples of this is what Secretary Hegseth of the Department of whatever decreed a couple of weeks ago. That is that for journalists who are assigned to the Pentagon, they will be allowed to publish only those sources which are approved by the Pentagon. If this is the case, if this happens, this is not going to be objective journalism. It's going to be propaganda, pure and simple. There's no other way to look at it, realistically. So, the situation to me is very obvious. Trump is not only destroying our democratic republic, our Republican or democratic way of governing, he is involving himself in just about every part of our lives that I can think of, and such as healthcare, foreign policy, giving advice concerning health issues, which he has no business doing. He is involving himself in absolutely every aspect of our lives, and by extension, people like Hegseth and the other creatures that are working for him and with him. I think that he is. I don't think. I really believe that he is an autocrat who is taking us down the road to dictatorship. Nothing more, nothing less. And again, it's not a question of, gosh, I hope this doesn't happen. It's happening now. So going back to the question, do we have freedom of speech in this country? I would say yes, if one is willing at all times or any time, any place to face possible unemployment, harassment, loss of health care, any number of other things. If one is willing to accept these things, then yes, that would be, yes, we do have freedom of speech. Do I think for a second that that is freedom of speech? Not for a second. Did I ever think that I would be saying these things and thinking these things in this country? Never. Do I feel safe in saying these things? Honestly, not at all. So, in my opinion, no, we don't have freedom of speech anymore in this country. It's not totally dead yet, but it is dying, in my opinion.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, the truth is that as soon as you start to control the free press and make it so that they are limited to whatever access they can get for information from the government, then, I mean, that's not free press anymore. So we're going to be relying very heavily on the investigative journalists who work independently and are not assigned to, or are not working for one of the major networks, or in any way an organization that is going to be targeted by Trump and his gang of jackbooted thugs. So, the truth is it's really, really important. I voted today. We're here in Orleans Parish. We've got a bunch of measures that we're voting on, and seats in the city legislature. So get out and vote. Always vote. If there's anything to vote on at all, get out there. Don't be lazy. Just vote, because our country depends on it. It's absolutely imperative. Ah.
And I would just add one other thing. I think that, at least not in my lifetime, I don't think, have we ever needed brave people like we do now. People who are, as you said, independent journalists who are willing to face, as I said, possible even imprisonment. I mean, and that's not very, it's not a far-fetched idea at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
If we don't have a lot of people, and not just independent journalists, but people like me, who may or may not have the courage to do that. I don't know. I've not been put to the test yet. Honestly, don't look forward to being put to the test, but that's the question. When one is put to the test, will the courage be there? And I don't think it's possible to exaggerate this in any way. I think if you think it's being exaggerated, you're really not well up on the situation.
Yep. You're not paying attention.
No.
Or you're just listening to the propaganda networks. And I'm just going to be flat out here. Fox, OANN, Newsmax. These are stations that are lying to you constantly. If they're not openly lying to you, then the information they're giving to you is spun in such a manner so as to not really be truthful at all. Even if there's a grain of it to start with, in the end, the impression that they're giving you is not accurate. It's not truthful. So, be careful with what you take in the internet. Be careful with what you put out there, but also be courageous. You know what? If you see something that's absolutely wrong and is, misaligning somebody else, is, showing prejudice or cruelty to somebody else or to a group of people, step up and say something. It's going to take all of our courage. Everybody who believes in the goodness of human beings, who believes in the freedom of America, who believes in this interesting, very young experiment of a country. If you believe in it and you want it to be what in our greater angels it says it is, then you got to step up, and you need to be a little bit mouthy right now, and you have to be unafraid. That's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have never in my life been a flag waver, but while I may not be waving a flag now, although I would like to put a Palestinian flag in front of my house.
I think you should.
I have to ask my landlord, Vinny, see what he says. Hey, Vinny. Hope you're not watching this. But no flag waver, but probably time to do something. If not wave a flag, then open my mouth or do something. Finished.
All right. Oh, there's my phone ringing. So on that note, we'll close off for this topic. Well, I'm quite sure that we'll be revisiting it many, many times as things evolve here. But from sunny, beautiful Algiers Point, it's Stephen and Karen, and we are making the point. So talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.